Chiotile says that her fiance, Tyrone, is the most loving and caring father. However, he questions the paternity of their 2 young children. You see, their 3-year-old son was born with a rare genetic condition that does not run in either of their families. But Tyrone says that's not the only reason he has doubts. He wants a DNA test on your children. How does that make you feel?
It hurts because we've been together for so long. We've been together like going on 7 years. And in our whole relationship, like neither of us have ever cheated. Like it's never been an infidelity thing. So it really does hurt.
Why in the world then would he need a DNA test?
Well, there's 2 reasons. The first is that our son has achondroplasia. So there's been parts of both of our families that have been like, well, that can't be your son because neither of you guys have that. It doesn't run in our families, all of that stuff. The second part is I have told him before that he is not the father in arguments.
Why would you do that?
Because I like to win.
Yeah, but that's not
win.
winning. That's like screwing up yourself, right? Like, I don't know how you equate that to winning because that cannot make your relationship stronger, better. That's a really dangerous game to play, don't you think? What could you be fighting about that would make you say such a terrible thing? Like what, like, you know, everybody argues, but you know, you're getting into a fight. What are you fighting that makes you so want to really hurt this guy so bad?
Yeah, this is gonna sound petty, but like house chores, like, hey, take out
house chores?
House chores, yes.
Like what house chores?
Like, I'll be like, okay, hey, can you like take out the garbage? And I'll be like, yeah.
Why do you tell his kids aren't his?
I know, it sounds really petty. It sounds really petty. But when you're asking for like 2 to 3 days and all this anger builds up, it's like now the argument really isn't about
Why did you say, hey, you're 7'4", it's 2 steps outside to the garbage? Okay, garbage is done.
But when I have...
How often have you told him he's not the father?
2 times that I can recall.
What does he think it's all because of this genetic condition? That probably comes into play, right?
I feel like when it comes to that, some of the self-doubt would be both of our families. Like the
families are planting a lot of seeds there?
Yeah, they have said there's no way.
This must put a strain on your relationship.
It does. Like, I feel bad because just hearing all the strain that what I've said has actually put on him.
Yeah. When you're in a relationship and you've been in one for so long, why would you even want to say anything mean to somebody that you love? You know what I mean? Because by hurting the person you love, they're hurt, and it's going to make the relationship worse, and it makes things harder for yourself. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
All right, you might want to think about that. All right, let's meet the rapper, Tyrone.
You know that they're your kids. You know they're your kids. You know they're your kids.
We here for you.
Yeah, but
we wouldn't even be out here.
You know that they're your kids. Like, I don't have to explain that to you. You know they're your kids.
It's one thing to have words. Granted, everybody in a relationship, you say stuff in the midst of argument. But that particular thing, you just can't say that and expect it to be normal. Those are my kids. I've been in their life since they've been born. So when you throw things out like that, they cut me deep. But at the end of the day, I love you, and that's why we're here to get the results. I do want to move forward, but whatever the situation is, I'm still gonna raise them boys. Amen.
Nice to meet you, Tyrone.
How you doing?
What is it that makes you really question whether you're the father to these 2 young boys? Is it just her saying, hey, by the way, you're not the father of these kids, or is it because of the genetic condition that your son has?
I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, it was a question there because as you see, I'm extremely tall.
Yeah.
She's tall. Both
Yeah, by the
sides-
way, I know you got heels on, but you're taller than me.
Yeah,
I am.
she pretty
Yeah.
tall. So yeah, both sides of the family, we all tall. So
Yeah.
you know, my family also had questions about the diagnosis, but it kind of wasn't that much until you know she started throwing out, "I'm not the dad." So they kind of
Yeah.
put a little.
Well, right. That put the nail in the
Yeah.
coffin, right?
You can say whatever you want to say about me.
Right.
You know, I hold that.
Yeah.
But why bring the children?
When you
in?
play with your boys, do you feel like it affects you? Does it impact like the way you treat them when you hold them?
I actually sit there and watch them and like, are they really mine? You know, I try to look at
Tyrone, you know those
resemblances.
are your kids.
But why would you say that though? You got to keep an open mind. Those are my children. You know, us having an argument, that's cool. We can say whatever, but when you
Yeah,
bring the
but when
kids,
we argue, you know that nothing is off limits. Like, let's not pretend and sit here and say,
the
oh.
children should be off limits. Not between me and you, the children. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the children are my world. So why would you bring them into it I don't understand what's the gain out of that. Because right now, look where we at. We on national television. You trying to prove your point with something that should have never been said. That's all I'm saying.
You know, you're my best friend and I love you. And I apologize for saying stuff like that to you. I don't see the rest of my life without you. And I know that these boys are yours. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that they're not yours. And maybe that's something I need to work on is my anger.
So you have 2 children, right?
Together, yeah, we have 2 kids.
And I'm saying the 2-year-old is not the one with the condition, right?
No.
Okay. By the way, when are you getting married?
I think about another 3 months, probably.
Oh,
so.
3 months. Okay.
I'm just trying to put a little leeway on it because I don't know what's finna happen right now. So I don't want to say.
I was like, damn. Now, if one of these come back and you're not the father,
It's
then
not
I
going to
think-
happen. It's
But
not
I'm
gonna
saying you'd have to rethink the whole thing, right?
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He looks just like you. Like, I'm not trying to pull a Mari moment, but he looks just like you. God. Come
You're
on.
not trying to do what?
Pull a Mari moment. But he looks like, look.
A Maury Povich.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, he looks like him.
Okay, this is DNA results for your 2-year-old son, Tyrone, and the DNA test comes back and that you are the father.
I told you.
Okay.
I told you. Look at him. He looks just like you.
Let's go.
Like, come on.
Let's go.
He's long and lanky just
But
like his dad.
I gotta imagine it's this guy that you really have concerns about because this is the one with the genetic condition. He is
That's
a
my
cute guy.
That's my twin. That's my
Yeah.
twin.
That's my boy.
He's so cute.
You came here to take a DNA test for that little guy, and Tyrone, the DNA test comes back that you are the father of the
I
kid.
told you. I already told you that you were the dad. There was never a question in my mind. There was never a question. There was never a question. Now, do I think I'm wrong for saying that so to you? Yes. Yes.
They changed the dynamic.
It's got to be a good feeling to
Yeah.
have that doubt erased from your mind.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. She's a beautiful person.
Sure.
Mind, body, and soul. Wonderful mother, you know. And I wouldn't want a better best friend.
Yeah.
You know. So.
But as all of us as humans, we always have a little to work on. And your little thing that you got to tweak there is, you know, even in a fight, you got to remember, I love this person. I'm bringing children into the world with this person. I have to have a very certain level of respect for this person. And it works both ways, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Glad you were back there.